Enjoyable Life series is a community organization. It's designed to help men and women of all walks of life live their lives more enjoyably. The purpose of the Enjoyable Life series is to enable us to have a connection with our sense of purpose and to release the depths of joy that we have within us. Our tenets are based on 3 pillars. The first one is love. That unconditional, totally, unashamedly acceptance of all of who you are. And if you're like that, then it gives you the opportunity to create an environment where others around you can feel exactly the same.
What brought me here today was my interest in storytelling and hearing people's journey.
I think the Enjoyable Life series is one that brings great perspectives for us as individuals and us as a collective.
A lot of people here are from all different walks of life and we're all here to learn from each other. I really like the community feel here.
But when you focus on strengths and when you focus on encouragement, you actually create the opportunity for the brain to perform better. And as the brain performs better, what happens, you solve problems and solutions faster.
I'm going to share with you the story of my life because I was so inspired by Yetunde and the honesty of everybody that for the first time in my life, I truly felt I can be me.
If we're just going through every day on autopilot mode, then we're not really going anywhere. And taking a day like this really gives you the chance to question where you're going and if you're on the right path, which feels like the most important investment you could even do in yourself.
I think it's important for people to come here because they never think about what they're doing currently. It's not necessarily about what they did, it's about who they are. And we don't normally in life have much reflection time to think about our lives, what influenced our lives, where we're going, what have we learned from it all, where we're going in the future, what we should be doing rather than what we are doing, all of that stuff. So it's quite an interesting, it's more than interesting. For some people, it'll be life-changing.
2020 has been quite a year. The most awesome side of humanity was exposed. With the virus and people being locked indoors, it showed kindness, compassion, people can give, and indeed love without condition. It demonstrated that we might be separated by geography, but there are ways in which we can still connect.
We need each other, and I feel like this year we've seen that more than ever.
What 2020 has given us, it's given us the opportunity to look at all of those things that maybe were a little bit hidden or the things that we thought we'd resolved.
This year, it's just brought out so much more of that compassion, that desire to not just see a need and walk past it, but to want to do something about it.
I feel that it's given us the time to spend more time with different people, and no matter what our differences are, we're a little bit more open.
In spite of the tragedy, we can still lift our heads up and say, yes, something good is coming out.
I would say a big lesson I learned is that adversity is about perspective, in the sense of obviously when you're in the middle of something and it's like, oh, this seems tough, or it's definitely about how you choose to see it and what you choose to take from it.
The thing that I enjoyed the most from this morning's session is how real everything is, from the real life stories, the sharing of actually what people think, but actually more importantly, how people feel.
I feel when I arrive. I'm always inspired by the speakers. There's a real authenticity, there's a real heartfulness in terms of how they live their lives and how they manage their teams. It's a very nurturing day for me, and it always has me thinking about 2023. So what I learn here, I'm usually incorporating into my thinking for next year.
One thing that I have been impacted by is really understanding your value as a human being. We are all diamonds in the rough. Others may not see it, but we are diamonds in the rough. So there is value to every individual.
I have to say, this is a conference with a difference. I've never in my life attended a conference that is just so, human focused and heart centered. And I just got inspired by all the speakers I heard, and I felt like actually I'd love to come back and share something that might help someone.
Ultimately, it's about the connection with the individual stories and the powerfulness of those individual stories, and how when people speak their truth, speak authentically, speak about what they're going through, you feel that connection, you feel that sense of being human with them.